Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today the problem that we are going to discuss is minimum recolors to get k consecutive black blocks. Okay, let's read the problem first. You're given a zero index string blocks of length n where block size is the either white or black. Okay, representing the color of the ith block. The characters W and B denote the colors white and black respectively. You are also given an integer k, which is the desired number of consecutive black blocks. In one operation, you can recolor a white block such that it becomes a black block. Return the minimum number of operations needed such that there is at least one occurrence of k consecutive black blocks. Okay. So basically, we need to figure out a window which will have, k sized window which will have minimum white blocks. Okay. After reading the problem, this is what is the conclusion, right? So we need to find a window of size k with minimum white blocks, right? Let me go to the screen. So basically, we need to find a window of size k with minimum white blocks. Okay. That's why, that's how, if white blocks are minimum, then we need, less operations to make them black, right? So for example, there are two white blocks, so two operations are needed to make them black, kind of. So let's take an example. Okay, the example is WBB. Let me write it down. WBB, then WW, BBWBW. Let's go to that screen. Now K is 7. Okay, and we need to find the minimum number of operations. Okay, now I see we need to find a window of size 7 now. So the first window of size 7 is 1 2 3. Let me see. Okay, that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7. Okay, that means these many, right? 3 3 6 and 7, correct. How many whites are there in this? There are 3 whites, right, in this window, correct. If I go to just next element, I'll remove this one, right? Correct. Now how many whites are there? One white is removed, one white is added, correct. Similarly 3 whites, correct, in this window. Again, one black is removed, one black is added. How many whites? 3 whites, right? One black is gone, one white is added. How many whites? 4 whites. So how many minimum whites I can have in any 7 size window? That is 3, right? So my answer is 3. I hope you got the point, right? Now let's take another example, that is WBW. Then BBBW, triple B W, the k is 2. Now in the two size window, how many whites? 1, right? So let me see how many whites. 2, correct? If we get lesser whites than this, we'll update this. Otherwise, if we get more than this, we don't update this value. Okay. And last, at the end, our answer will be this one only. Correct. Now, move again. How many whites? Again, 1, right? Sorry, why I in the starting it's 1, correct? In the starting it's 1 white, correct? Now how many whites? Again, in the second window, 1 only. So it is equal to the same which is earlier, right? Now how many whites now? 1, correct? How many whites now? 0, correct? How many whites now? 0, correct? How many whites now? 1. We don't update it. So my answer is 0, correct? Now I hope you got the point of now let's try thinking about the coding part of it. So if we kind of keep traversing and we maintain kind of count of w's, right? We'll maintain this variable, say count of w's. In the starting it's 0, or maybe we can say minimum count of w's. Okay, if we now we keep on updating this variable based on our first window. So first of all, we'll take, for example, window size k, we count the number of whites in it, we update this value. Okay, since in the starting it's -1, we'll update it to some value. Okay, now if we now we'll move to the next k size window, we'll remove one element, we'll add one another element, right? One will be added, one will be removed. Similarly, we'll keep on traversing the complete string. Okay, now if we get the count of whites in that particular window lesser than what is there in this minimum count of w's value, we'll update this again. And if we get more than that, we don't update it. Okay, so at the end we'll get this minimum count of w's in any of the k size windows, and that is our answer. Okay, let's code it. So let me copy this same function. In the starting, let's return 0. Okay, now kind of take minimum number of w's. Okay, it's 0. Now we'll say k sized window, right? So I'll first kind of if blocks dot char at I is equal w, right? Then I'll say plus plus. Okay, this is the minimum count of so in the first window this is the value, correct? Now we'll again iterate from int, say k plus 1, sorry, int I is equal to k plus 1, I is less than blocks dot length I plus plus. Okay, now what we'll say here is, now what we are doing is we are removing say I minus kth, so sorry, I equal to k2 i's. So we are removing I minus kth element and adding ith element, right? So I mean character and adding ith character. Okay, if my blocks dot char at I minus k is equal to w, so let's take a value, say count of w's in k size window. Okay, that's 0, and that will be kind of this. Now minimum is the first count that we calculated. Now if we say kind of, if the it is minus minus, we'll say minus minus, and if we get a new one, dot char at I is equal w is a count plus plus. Okay, similarly keep on. Now at the end of it, if or maybe minimum is equal to math dot min of my count and minimum, right? If we got a minimum, then this, then we'll update it again. Now I'll return kind of a minimum. Okay, let's think, let's take an example, say the 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 okay, let's see, just a minute. I say WBW triple BW. Okay, for example, this is the one. So in the first k side window, k is 2, right? So we'll check only first two characters. So our count of w's will be 1, correct? So count of w will be 1. So now we'll update the minimum to count. So minimum will be kind of 1. Now I'll say I equal to k. K is 2, right? So I'll iterate from 2 to the end of the string. So we are saying I minus k, that is 0. Okay, since this is I is at 2, now I minus 2 is 0. 0th is w. If 0th is w, so I'll reduce it from the count. And if the new one that I'm gonna adding is w, I'll adding the count. Okay, and I am again comparing it, and yeah, I hope this should work. Let's try adding it. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Please leave your feedback on this video, that how we can improve more on these videos. Thanks a lot.